Let's just say it was a little bit interesting and not quite what I expected.
What up, guys? Hope you didn't miss me too much. I apologize for not being able to post this last week, but if you watched last week's video, you'll know exactly why this was the case. So relating to that, I actually just got back last night from my trip. I'm definitely going to be doing some kind of recap, whether it's in this video or if it's a separate video. But yeah, I'm back now. It's Monday, and you know what it is, man. We got to get back to the grind, get back on the horse. Figuratively, of course, I do not have any horses. This one's the hardest. Almost got it. That is not easy. But yeah, today what my plan is pretty much just kind of get back in the flow of things, do a little bit of speed and agility work, do some dribbling, as well as a little bit of practice with my center back specific kind of movements like my long passing and some aerial stuff. Alright guys, first part of the session, just going to get into some speed and agility stuff with the ladders you'll see right here next to me, then also some different cone drills. Super important to be doing this as a defender, make sure your feet are nice and fast. Next up in the training, we have a dribbling component, which is going to start off with a little bit of fast footwork in this box. Then you're going to dribble out over here, get to the cone weave, both feet kind of freestyle, whatever I feel like doing. Then at the end, the last cone, which is a little further away, there'll be a 1v1. So I'm taking my break right now in between sets of the dribbling drill you guys are seeing me do. I don't know what it is, like if it's just my body's like wear and tear over the last week, if it's the heat, or because of me, you know, basically all day yesterday for like 15 hours, either be standing or sitting in a car at the airport, in a plane, just traveling all day. I don't know if it's any of those things causing it, but I feel so tired. Like I just have no energy, and I normally don't feel like this. This is like a real grinder of a session right now. But you know, everybody has those rough days, and these are the days you just gotta kind of push through. Got one more set of this dribbling drill, but I really just wanted to capture this moment. Just remind you guys, you know, when things are hard, you just gotta keep pushing, gotta keep going. Alright guys, one of the last little things I'm going to do in this session, I'm just going to be working on my long range passing because it's really important as a center back that I have that on lock. Not a crazy amount of organization here, just going to make sure I'm getting in good quality reps with both feet for about 10 or so minutes. Then what I'm going to be doing is just doing a little bit of practice with balls in the air. I may or may not film everything just because I have a feeling I'm going to get kicked off this field pretty soon. But yeah, I'm going to show you guys what I can, and let's just wrap off this session. Alright guys, we're back. We're here with Bella. Say hi, Bella.
Hi.
No, she'll like flip it around.
Hey guys.
Bella managed to get her hands on 2 lemonade prime flavors. I'll let you guys know I'm a big prime connoisseur. Big fan, KSI Logan Paul. Shout out those guys. I have some pretty strong opinions about prime. I mean, you got your god tier flavors, your ice pops, your blue raspberries, and you have your dog shit ones, your grapes. Not good. I'm hoping this doesn't disappoint me. So, are you ready, Bella?
Yeah.
Alright, let's get it. I'm scared. Alright, prime lemonade. Let's hear the crack of the cap. ASMR. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Smell review? It smells like lemonade. Alright, prime lemonade review incoming. 3, 2, 1, sip. It just tastes like lemonade. It honestly just tastes like Minute Maid lemonade. Yeah, it's alright. It's alright. I'm not gonna lie.
I don't know.
It's not my favorite, but I would definitely drink it.
Strawberry watermelon's my favorite.
Ice Pop Metamoon and Blue Raspberry remain supreme.
So as you guys can tell, I'm finally back from my trip to Mexico. Let's just say it was a little bit interesting and not quite what I expected. You might have seen on my socials I did like a brief recap video, but here I'm going to be really honest and basically tell you exactly what I was thinking the whole time. So basically what I had been told is that through our club we were going to be going and staying at like a club's house, and we were going to be doing some training sessions as well as playing games against 2nd and 3rd division professional clubs. Ultimately, that isn't really what happened. We played 4 games while we were down there, and to my knowledge, the highest level team we played was a 4th division team, which from the outside looking in you might not think is like a terrible standard, but we didn't exactly have the strongest squad there compared to what we could have, and we still absolutely obliterated that team and every other team we played. And honestly, I was just really frustrated because I was looking forward to seeing the level, seeing where I'm at, where I stack up against these kind of players in another country, So yeah, that was one of the main problems. The level of the teams we played was just not what we were told. But that's really just the tip of the iceberg for the rest of the problems we had on this trip. As I mentioned, we were staying in a clubhouse sort of deal. But what they didn't tell us is that we're all going to be crammed into a tiny little room, all on bunk beds. Bunk beds that didn't have sheets, blankets, or pillows, and the mattresses were wrapped in like a plastic sort of material, and it was super hot and just not very comfortable. Which, don't get me wrong, I understand that there's people that have even worse circumstances than that, and I'm not complaining about that too much, but in the context of what we were told we were going to get versus what happened on and off the pitch, it's just not a good look, It also doesn't help that I don't speak the best Spanish. I can understand some things and get out a few sentences here and there, but communicating with everybody was just not optimal. So in addition to these tiny rooms with the bunk beds, we had one singular bathroom downstairs as well as one upstairs that was kind of like half off limits. And the bathroom downstairs just didn't feel like flushing half the time. So if someone took a dump in that toilet, it might be sitting there for a while. You just didn't know. And for whatever reason, they would not let us shower all the time. Like they wouldn't let us shower in the morning some days. And even on one of the days after a game we played when we got back, they didn't let us take a shower, which was pretty gross to sleep with. I should also mention too, the downstairs sink didn't have running water, so it's not like we could wash our face or anything like that. It was just, we went to bed all stinky and gross, basically. But those problems are a little more trivial. One of the things I really had a gripe with was the food they were giving us. To be 100% honest, it was just not stuff that athletes should be eating. Barely any protein, not a lot of carbs. It just wasn't something that a footballer would eat before games or before training, anything like that. Like one of the staples of our diet would just be eating soup and tortillas on the side, which number one wasn't very tasty, and number two, it's not giving you a whole lot of nutritional benefits because there's no like meat or anything in the soup. It's just like liquid. That's it. But like I said, I don't want to come off like I'm complaining or I'm whining about the whole experience. Well, I do feel like I'm entitled to have some complaints. That's not the point of what I'm talking about right now. It was just disappointing that I was told one thing from a footballing aspect and got the opposite, because if the conditions were the same off the pitch, but we did get that footballing side, I wouldn't really be as upset, but it is what it is. As far as feedback from teams goes, what I was told is that although we didn't play any good teams really, we did have some scouts and some personnel from bigger clubs watching. Some of the feedback I was given was that, number one, I feel like I could play at a much higher level than what we were playing at, and I feel like I could play in the higher leagues in Mexico, which was cool. But number two, I was told that I was on a list of players that might be getting looked at as far as getting an invite from one of these higher league clubs. So if that's true, I don't even know, to be honest, but if it is, that's something to keep in mind and something that is also pretty cool. But yeah, I don't want to dwell on the situation too much. What happened, and yeah, we're back to the grind back here in the United States, and got some other opportunities coming that are legit. So looking forward to it, gonna keep working hard, keep making videos for you guys, and yeah, hope you enjoy. Peace out.